Hello everyone, it is Erin Flutter here, and I am here filming a video on how to create a font using Calligraphr. So I am just going to do a pretty basic font today, no sort of script because scripts get a little bit more in the weeds. So let me know if you want a video regarding like making an actual script, like a cursive. But today I'm just going to be doing kind of a blocky, brushy style font. And I'm going to upload it into the website Calligraphr so that you can see how to create your own lettering from what you're doing in Procreate into Calligraphr. You can also do this freehand with a pen. So you would just download the templates from Calligraphr, and that's what I have here. And then you would do your actual lettering on paper, scan it in, and then put it into Calligraphr. And then they help clean up some of the edges and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and create my fonts. One of the things that you want to know in this particular setup is there are lines in this. So this middle section right here is for your basic lowercase levels. This should be pretty basic if they taught these things in school, but for a lowercase letter, it would be in those middle sections. If you have a lowercase letter that hangs below the line, like a J, you would start at the top and then move it below the line, and you can get different depths, obviously, but you kind of want to stay within this range because when you upload it into the Calligraphr website, it's a little finicky when you get towards the edges. So if you have an H, for example, I would do my H like this. If you have a G, for example, I would do my G like that. So that's kind of the basics of everything, and I'm going to go ahead and make my script. So if you are using Procreate, which is what I'm using, that's the tool I'm using right now, what you want to do is you want to upload your PDFs into however many pages that they have. Because I have this many characters, it uploads into 2 pages. So I uploaded my PDF in here, and then I created the layer on top of it. That way, if I want to ever cut and paste something, for example, if I want to cut and paste this left one, I can copy and paste and then flip horizontally to make the right one. That way, they're somewhat matching. If I put it on the actual paper, on the same layer, and I tried to do this, when I do this, I'm going to copy and paste. It's also going to copy and paste the background. Oh, and I didn't do it. Sorry. Copy and paste. So then it's going to copy and paste the background. You see when I flip horizontally, the lines also move with it. So you don't want that. So definitely do it on the layer on top of it. So you want to create a separate layer just by clicking the plus and then doing it on top. And when you're doing it on the second page, click the plus and then do it on top. And then when you're uploading, I'll show you in a second, you'll upload just the visible layers. So when I have this, I'm going to have both of those visible and then export as a PDF. And then make those not visible, make these visible, and then export as a PDF. Same thing. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and speed through while I'm doing this font. So really quick before we get into that, I need to show you how to upload the templates, which I forgot to do. So you go to the Calligraphr website, and after you log in, you'll see an area called templates. And then from there, you can add all of the items that you want to that particular template. So you can add numbers, you can add letters, you can add different styles of, or different languages and things like that. This template looks a little weird because I had dark mode on my computer, but basically from there, you just export the PDF and then bring it into Procreate if that's the method you want to use. Okay, so I'm just going to speed you through this part because honestly, I'm not sure if you guys are very interested in the reasoning why I am doing what I'm doing. Also, I didn't really have a plan, so I just kind of went with it. So I am using this like brush style pen, like a paintbrush style pen. So I chose this one, I don't know, because I thought it would be fun. And so when you're working on a font, you're just kind of playing around until you find something that's a bit cohesive. And you can see here that some of the letters are lighter than others. So I'm going in and I'm like doing duplicates, or I'm adjusting it in some way, shape, or form so that I am happy with how it looks cohesively. Now, I have already uploaded it into Calligraphr, and I know it didn't turn out quite as brushy as I wanted, so I think I made all of these a bit too bold so that I could keep that texture in the font. So unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I'm still gonna show you the process as it stands right now. So as you can see, I am over in the My Fonts, and I select Create a New Font. I'm just naming this brush really quick, which you can't see because I have a dark mode extension, but I am naming it Brush. So from here, we just upload the template. So these are the 2 PDF files and or more if you have more characters, and you will upload each of the PDFs. Now, if something goes wrong and you don't like it, you can always re-upload a PDF, and there is a section on that page to say overwrite the existing characters, which means that you want to put the new characters in place of the old characters. If you just want to add variants, for example, then you can also select that as well. So here I have both of my templates uploaded, and I'm adding the characters. And so you'll see everything that was on those 2 PDF files is now here. And then you can look at how your font looks just from sheer uploading of the documents. I think I adjusted this a little bit because I know that the letter spacing is very wide. So I edited it from the beginning to create less space between the characters. So that's what I've done here. But if you decide that you don't like that, you can always go back to edit the font details and adjust any of the spacing information that you want. Like I said, these scripts are a little bit different. There is a section down there that says like how to fix your mistakes, common mistakes, things like that. And scripts is one of those things that they discuss. But from there, all you have to do, if you are happy with how it turned out, which I'm not particularly happy with how this turned out, I made it just a touch too bold for my liking. So I will probably go back in, redo this so that it can have those brush strokes inside of it, because I really wanted that texture to the font. But say I'm excited about how it looks, and I'll go ahead and show you how to bring it into Photoshop. Now for me, it's very simple. All I have to do is double click the TTF file or the OTF file, and then it automatically installs on my computer. Now I have a Mac. The process is probably a little bit different for Windows computers, but it's however you normally install fonts to your computer. So I am putting together a new thing here so that you can see. The first font is actually one that is getting sold on Friday. It is called Max's Blocks, I believe, and it is the font that I created for the Rainbow Office Kit, which I'm very excited about. There's going to be a whole video on Friday of the new releases, so keep a lookout for that, and I have all of the information on the releases in the description but down below. But here I go, and I am showing you the new brush font that I just did. This is not going to be sold. I have a lot of cleaning up to do before I do anything, but I do want to show you what happens when you don't do the characters that you like, all the characters that you want. It actually reverts to a font that you have on your computer. So for example, I did an asterisk here, which was not part of my font, and you can see at the top it switched to a different font. So if you do intend to use this and sell this, that may be something that you are interested in, is making sure that you are getting a giant variety of fonts and characters. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.